Hi, my name is Michelle, and I actually spoke with Michelle yesterday in reference to sending this video over to you that's going to show you the 3 things you can do to bring more customers to your business. So if the end of this video you like what you heard, just reach out to me and we can definitely chat. Or if you want to take these 3 things and do it yourself, I'm fine with that as well. So let me go ahead and show you those 3 things that will set your company above your competition. First thing that we're going to go over today is going to be content. Most business owners know that you need content, but they don't know that the average amount of content for the #1 result for Google is anywhere from 15 to 2,500 words. So for you just to show at the top of Google, you need to at least have 1,500 words on your home page with the right keywords. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to compare you with your #1 competitor, which is going to be Basie's Roofing. And this is a word counter that we just use. We put both of the companies in. And for Land Enterprises Roofing, you guys have 604 words on your home page. And if we look at Basie's, they have 1,802. So we just want to make sure that on your home page you get more wording added. At least 1,500 words, with the right keywords on that home page. And we can add that anywhere. You can do that behind pictures. So if we go ahead and click on here, this is Kristen Land, and then the size. So what you could do, you could have Kristen listed here, but also put in here like Land Roofing or Roofing OKC. Anything that you want to have in here as a keyword, you can add to this as well. And we can do that behind any video, or not video, excuse me, any picture that you have. Even with these, like your steps, you can, like here, you have Land Roofing OKC, more than just a roofing company. That's great. You can also add other wording in here as well for keywords. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to Basie's real quick and just go through their website, and you can see that they have a lot of wording here. That's where their 1,800 words are coming from, is through what content they have on their homepage. And if I'm going to go real quickly to this company that we use called Ahrefs, it costs us a couple $100 a month, but essentially what it gives me is the behind the scene details of what Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. So if we go over to Basie's first, your #1 competition, you can see that they have 74 keywords. And with those keywords, what they're being found for is, let me just have it pull up here quickly, Roofing Oklahoma City, Roofing Companies OKC, Roofing Companies Oklahoma City Roofing. That's some of their keywords that they have. Just put that back, and we're going to go over here and we're going to look at yours. We show 10 keywords. So if we click on this, it's going to show that your #1 that you're being found for is Land Roofing. Now, this is considered a branded keyword. So it has to be somebody actually putting in your company name to get, that's what you're ranking for in #1. And your other ones, so you have OKC Roofing, OKC Roofers, Land Roofing Company, which is another branded. So you just want to make sure we get some additional, keywords on your site, on that homepage, so that we can get those ranked up for that. It's, you just, like I said, we just want to, the first thing that we want to do just to make sure you're beating out your competition online is adding a minimum of 1,500 words to your homepage here. And, because that's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable to get that done. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and show you real quickly is we're going to go over here, and if I just put in a search, Roofing Oklahoma City, and click on that, we're going to be in Google, and when you go into Google, first thing that you're going to see is a ton of ads. And what this is, it's where people are actually paying to be sponsored, like your first thing that pops up here with Google. And ads can work, but they can also be a money pit if your website isn't dialed in. So just be careful not to spend money with ads until you know that your site will convert. And what we're going to go ahead and do, so we're going to go into our second thing that we're going to look at, which is citations. So if you scroll down past your sponsored ads, we're going to get to this section right here. The first one's a sponsored one as well, so we won't count them. But you can see OKC Roofers, Statewide Roofing, and Heiner Roofing OKC. And what this section is here is our Google Maps section. And this is where you have your business name, address, and phone number listed across different directories, also called the map pack. And of course, the map pack is going to be our top 3. And it's also called NAP, name, address, and phone number. And this is how Google verifies and gives local businesses relevance. So what we want to do is, the number one thing that you can do to push your business up into this map pack right now is you're not ranking in the top 3 is have your business name, address, and phone number listed on different directories. And we want to make sure that those 3 things are also listed the same on each of those directories. And some of those can be like Bing, Yelp, Merchant Cycle, local.com, local pages are different, directories that we can get that listed to. And, and when you get more than your competitor, then you gain more trust from them on Google, and then Google's going to push you up above them into this map pack right here. And how do we do that? Well, we have companies that we can go on and we can pull the directories that your competition is listed on, and we go down that same list and we match with those directories that they have on theirs, and we match and we put those on yours. But the one thing is, we don't stop there because we just don't want to match them. We want to dominate them online so that if your competitor has, say, 100 citations, we want to go in and get you 50 to 100 more. So it takes them a lot longer to catch back up. You always want to have more so that you stay up in this top 3. So the number thing that we're going to look at today is we're going to go over what they call link juice or backlinks. And this is really the third pillar that will help you dominate on Google. And, we're going to go ahead and scroll down here. And this is going to be your organic section right here. It's right after the map pack. 30% of your people will look at the map pack, but 60% of your people is going to come right here to this first position, which is bases. And this is where you want to be. And to get there, you need authority. So to get authority, it comes down to backlinks, and it's when one backlink website links to another website online. So it's looking at it this way: it's site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. Kind of like a vote of confidence, and in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. The more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So for example, if you have a local blog or industry site linking back to you, well, that's perfect, great. But if you are a roofing company and you get a backlink from Pizza Hut, that's not going to be a good link because you don't sell pizza. So I'm going to go ahead real quickly here, and we're going to go back to Ahrefs, and we're actually going to see that bases looks like we're just having a little technical difficulty here with the company itself, pulling up some information. Let me go over to yours. I know it doesn't show right. Oh, here we go. So Bases has 280 backlinks. I apologize for that little technical glitch, they have 280 backlinks. And if we go over to yours now, we remember that they're in that top position. You have 447. Now, you're not ranking in that top position. So that's telling me that some of the backlinks that are probably linking to you are not relevant. They're not good sites. So maybe they could be things from different countries or different types of different areas that they're coming from. Like I said before, maybe it's Pizza Hut, Hobby Lobby. Any of those are not going to be strong, relevant sources. So we definitely want to make sure that we go in and get, very strong, relevant backlinks linking back to you. And how do we do that? We can actually go right into Bases, grab these links that they have on their business that, is pushing them into that #1 spot. And we can put those on, onto your site as well. so that you get ranked up in this top position. You know, getting to the top is not magic. It's just a method, and, you know, definitely showing you that here today, those top 3 things. So let me just once again go over those 3 things. Number 1 is content. Your front page needs to have at least 1,500 words, and have those keywords added in there as well. Citations is going to be, if your competitor has 100 and we want to add at least 50 to 100 more, just to beat them out, you know, beat them out by a landslide. So it takes them longer to catch up. And number 3 is going to be backlinks. The more relevant site pointing at your business, that will show Google you're the authority. And if you implement these 3 things, you can become number 1 across Google. And now you might be asking, okay, well, what do we do now? Well, you can go ahead with this information I provided you today and do it on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call at 405-410-3024. Once again, my name is Michelle, and you can call me at 405-410-3024. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.